I thank the Indian American Muslim Council for inviting me today, and I'm honored to join the distinguished speakers. At the onset of critical state-level elections in India beginning February 10 of this year, including in Uttar Pradesh, Hindu nationalist leaders are energizing their constituents with calls for massified violence against Muslims and promises to deliver on hate. On December 22nd last year, a viral video displayed a religious parliament where attendees took a collective oath to turn India into a Hindu state to the point of exterminating Muslims. At this Dharma Sansad, religious parliament in Haridwar, Hindu spiritual leaders and activists justified genocidal violence and the ethnic cleansing of Muslims, provoking Hindus to take up weapons to participate in the cleaning campaign, just like in Myanmar. Around the same time, Hindu Yuva Vahini, a vigilante youth organization, held an event in Delhi where participants endorsed violence, fight, die, and if required, kill, vowing to galvanize India as a Hindu nation. This organization, founded by Yogi Adityanath, a Hindu nationalist demagogue and Bharatiya Janata Party chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, describes itself as a fierce cultural and social organization dedicated to Hindutva and nationalism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not denounce the mobilization of hate in Haridwar, neither did senior influential leaders of his cabinet, such as Home Minister Amit Shah. Instead, speaking at a Gurdwara on December 25th last year, Modi vilified India's Islamic history. His message served as a dog whistle to Hindu nationalists to weaponize against the purported threat to India's Hinduness posed by Muslims. Later, on January 30, 2022, in India's largest state and economically troubled political nerve center, Uttar Pradesh, a Sansad called for a Hindu Rashtra. Adityanath has not required law enforcement to contain the hate mongering and incitement to assault Muslims that have repeatedly manifest. Adityanath has increasingly presented himself as Modi's political legatee. He has supported and directed various offensives to override the rights of Muslims and other vulnerable communities with impunity. In a video that surfaced in 2014, before Adityanath became chief minister in 2017, he reportedly had said that if Muslims take one Hindu girl, we will take 100 Muslim girls. If they kill one Hindu, we'll kill 100 Muslims. His ascendance to power and disdain for democracy have inflamed the militant cluster of Hindu nationalists. A swarm of Sangh Parivar family of Hindu right activists have made deep inroads into the Uttar Pradesh state machinery across bureaucratic, governmental, developmental, and fiscal institutions. Hindu nationalists have been emboldened in Uttar Pradesh, including the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, a student group, the Bajrang Dal, which also maintains a network of informants on interfaith couples, the Hindu army formed in 2018, which sought the removal of Muslim structures such as the Shahi Idgah. Its leader reportedly released a video stating that if the Delhi police left for 5 minutes, he would rid the city of Islam. The Rashtriya Swamsevak Sangh, which had 685 chapters in Uttar Pradesh in 2018. The Vishwa Hindu Parishad, which had reportedly and repeatedly carried out street violence against minorities together with the RSS and Bajrang Dal. Using the provisions of the Uttar Pradesh Prevention of Cow Slaughter Act of 1955, one of the first orders implemented by the Adityanath government was to raid slaughterhouses and butcher shops, citing regulations disproportionately targeting Muslim and Dalit livelihoods. In the first year of Adityanath's rule, UP police failed to apprehend Hindu mobs that accused Muslim men of consuming beef and illegal cattle trading, lynching them. Between 2018 and August 2021, the Adityanath government sought to free Hindus who were perpetrators in the Muzaffarnagar pogrom of 2013 against Muslims that had led to 52 deaths and more than 50,000 displaced, and gave approval to formally withdraw up to 79 cases, about 14% of a total of 566 that had been filed, including those involving arson, assault, and vandalism. At least 146 extrajudicial killings have reportedly been committed by police officers in Uttar Pradesh since the BJP government took power, including victims who were largely Muslims from impoverished communities. Over 3,302 have been reportedly injured after the rape and murder of a young Dalit woman by 4 caste-privileged men in September 2020. Uttar Pradesh Police and District Administration hastily cremated the victim's body. Adityanath's imprint is evident on the massive state-led and Hindu nationalist cadre-supported operation to dispossess Assam's Bangla descent Muslims. As protesters across India demonstrated against the Prejudicial Citizenship Amendment Act in December 2019, 23 persons, again mostly Muslims, were killed in Uttar Pradesh in separate incidents. Reportedly, most were killed by police bullets. Adityanath's BJP poses as an ally to Hindus, extolling the demolition of the Babri Masjid in Ayodhya, continuing the government of India's militarized rule and colonial relations to Indian-administered Kashmir, supporting forcible conversions to Hinduism, corrupting the reservation system, prescribing cattle slaughter, prohibiting Muslim women's right to wear the hijab, and scaling up the Love Jihad campaign. The notion of love jihad is a Hindu nationalist conspiracy that propagates bigotry to criminalize Muslim men and perpetuate Islamophobia. Love jihad racializes Muslims as violent and promotes loathing of the Muslim other. It castigates Muslim males as hypersexual predators that aim to marry and convert Hindu women to Islam and change India's Hindu majority demographic. This chauvinist deception manufactures the siege of Hindu culture, portraying Hindu women as vulnerable and without agency and as potential traitors while seeking to efface their rights. It justifies Hindu males as protectors, aggressors, and saviors of Hindu women who are abducted into Islam by Muslim men in the guise of love. On October 24, 2020, the Adityanath-led government introduced and approved the Uttar Pradesh Prohibition of Unlawful Conversion of Religion Ordinance. Colloquially referred to as the Love Jihad Law, the Anti-Miscegenation and Anti-Conversion Ordinance became an act in early 2021. The Love Jihad Law is a de facto security legislation that obstructs the right of individuals, especially Muslim men and Hindu women, to enter into consensual interfaith relationships or to convert to Christianity or Islam. The law targets minority religions, particularly Islam. Its effects are gendered and also impact Adivasis, Dalits, LGBTIQA community, and other caste-oppressed groups. Offenses under the present-day Love Jihad law are non-bailable. Under threat, numerous couples have retreated underground. Women have experienced violence in Uttar Pradesh, including in police custody, and on one occasion, an attack led to a miscarriage. Several hundred Muslim men have been physically attacked. For Muslim communities across India, Love Jihad has precipitated extreme fear in everyday life and a reckoning with the inviolable yearnings for home and belonging. Adityanath and the BJP's diversive electioneering strategy pit minority groups and their concerns in adversarial relation to each other and in opposition to the majority community. The failure to deliver large-scale development to benefit the whole population or to responsibly manage the COVID-19 crisis haunts Uttar Pradesh. Yet, in 2020, the Adityanath government reportedly used only 10% of federal government funds that it had received for minority welfare programs. Adityanath has alleged that UP Hindus, 80% of its population approximately, will deliver the state to the BJP in the 2022 elections. With a large cadre in place, Hindu nationalists are using hate speech to rally grassroots activists and fence-sitters. Hostile messaging targeting Muslims proliferates across gossip networks, political institutions, and social media. Minority communities and their allies are urgently and deeply concerned that should a BJP victory fail to materialize in the state elections, aggravated antipathy to Muslims will inspire Hindu nationalists to take up arms in acts of stochastic terrorism in order to advance absolute nationalism. Will the international community acquiesce to this illiberal new order? Thank you.